Hello everyone, Grandma here. Well, it's day one of my carnivore diet. Well, actually it doesn't start it starts at midnight. So I am going to have myself some bacon and eggs. Yes, I know it's midnight and I'm eating, but I have always been I stay up all night and I sleep during the day, so I call a vampire. But this is the start of my 30-day challenge to become a carnivore. I've done this once before years ago, and I lost about 100 pounds. So I am going to be cooking this. And I'm going to have me some bacon and eggs tonight. And then I'm going to settle down and we'll crochet. Because I'm not giving up my joy of crochet just because I'm turning into a carnivore. But I do want to incorporate this change in my life on my channel too. Because this is me. This is going to be me as well. I've got to lose, well, let's put it this way. I stepped on the scale just before starting this. I stepped on a scale a couple of days ago when I knew I was going to do it. I was 326 pounds. But I put off my diet for a week because I had my best friend from out of state come. And so I put my diet off the side. I am now 333 pounds. And I said, yep, time to really take this serious. So I ate my regular diet meal a little bit ago. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit ago. I should say earlier today, like about 6 or so hours ago. And I wanted to start at midnight on my new life journey. And here we go. This is it. I'm going to pick up these 2 slices. I've got some eggs here. I'm going to pick up these eggs. And I will put in my plate. I'll eat. And I'll go to my crochet room, my office. And we'll go from there. I'm kind of excited. So we'll see how it goes. So I am going to probably pause this. And then when I put in my eggs, I'll put the video back on, cook the eggs, and then I'll pause it again. So, whoops, I just hit my camera here. And after I do this cooking, before I eat, I want to go into the other room. I'm going to take a picture of myself and step on the scale and take a picture of that. I want to have it all open and to the point here, because this is it. This is my journey for the rest of my life. I'm 65 years old. I'm a great-grandmother. And I don't want to die being over 300 pounds. I don't want to die, period. But I've always promised myself before my last day, I don't want to die being super fat. I want to enjoy some of my life. And it's gotten to the point in my life right now that I am so obese that I have a hard time walking. And I can't even go to the things that my grandchildren are into because of my weight. I'm afraid to go visit people, because what if I sit down in one of their chairs and break their furniture? You know, that would be so embarrassing. So, I'm going to change all that. And today is day 1, and I'm going to do it with y'all. You guys are going to see all the ugly, and you're going to see hopefully all the goodies as I lose weight. Day 1, 30-day challenge. Now, I am not supposed to cook. I'm an old lady. I do what I love. I make what I love. And I love it. I'm going to take this off with a paper towel. That's way too much, I know, but my first meal, I figured I'd just do bacon and eggs. And my pan is thicker. He's up too high, I know. I like my eggs long too. Smelling so good. I've been thinking about this meal all day. My first carnivore meal. Knock 'em dead. So there we go. All the crispy bits are in my plate. We got the fires off and we're ready to go. Now I'm going to sit down and eat my first carnivore diet of bacon and eggs. No more cakes, no more cookies, no more potato chips. None of that stuff is gone. It's in my past. My past life. I'm moving forward. I'm 65 years old. I am about 200 pounds overweight. And my carnivore diet, this is it. I've accepted this is my life now. So here goes, first bite. First bite. Before this video, I weighed 333 pounds. I should have did the weight on my video, but I will check it and record it again in the morning. Just so that I have, because I just ate. I don't want to ruin that. It wouldn't be real. So, but we'll do it again in the morning. So, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to eat my little bit of food here. And then we'll continue on crocheting something. How does that sound? You with me? And we'll talk some more about the carnivore diet. See you in a bit. I know you love your egg yolk. Come on. I left you some. You're not hungry? You had too much chicken earlier? Huh? You had too much chicken? I was sharing. You don't want Mama to share? My heart. Break. Break my heart. Hello everyone, Grandma, and this is my little sweetheart, my baby. Here's your mommy's baby. Are you mommy's baby? Yes, she's Mama's baby. Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you, darling. I love you, darling. Where you going? You gonna stay right here with Grandma? You gonna stay here with me while I crochet? Or are you gonna take off? I'm thinking she wants to take off. So, as you can see, I started my 30-day challenge. And by golly, I'm gonna lose this 150, 200 pounds extra I got carried on me. And I'm gonna do it with whoever's watching me. I am determined that I am gonna lose this weight. Now, what am I doing here? I am crocheting stuff wrong. Ooh, I'm glad I looked. I'm so glad I looked. Now, I am doing this, this blanket. Here, let me pull it up. It's a real pretty blanket, but, well, you can't really see it. When I get to a point where I'm done with the row, and I need to turn it around, I'll show it to you. But for right now, I am just going to sit here and talk to you about my carnivore journey here, about my overweight. And we'll sit here, crochet, and do all the stuff here. Well, as you know, I've been fat all my life. I've been, you know, chunky as a teenager, chunky as a toddler even. I've always been struggling with my weight. And I always used to say, well, someday, before I die, I am going to be a skinny mini. Well, now I'm 65, and yeah, one day I'm gonna die. And I am determined that that is my goal. I want to be, I don't expect to be skinny mini. I don't even want to be skinny mini, as I would call it. Are you coming up here with Mommy? You gonna come up here with Mommy? You want me to turn a little bit? Where you gonna hang out? Well, let me know when you get where you're gonna hang out. Yes, and this is what we do all day. We struggle. Where are you gonna lay down? Where are you gonna? Oh, you want me to open up the blanket? All right. So she's going underneath the blanket. So I gotta bend this way a little bit. She'll pop out maybe. It's hard saying. But I've been, as I was saying, I've been chunky all my life. And I made a promise to myself that I do not want to die being 300-400 pounds overweight. And that's a fact. So, and besides, you know, I don't have my teeth in. I'm an old lady. I normally wear them, but my mouth is really sore right now from wearing them for a whole week solid. I had an out-of-state guest. So, yeah, you're catching me all in the rear. I'm all real right now. This is it. This is me. You know, I am 200 pounds overweight. Not proud of it. I was a lot bigger 2 years ago. I was doing keto. And then I found Bill Knotts on his carnivore journey. So he and another group was doing a 30-day challenge. So I went ahead and I started that 30-day challenge. And I did really well. I lost a significant amount of weight. I lost like 100 pounds and went from almost 400 down to about 382, 282 or 283, somewhere right around in there last summer. But then I went on a trip, because the whole point of losing weight then, my goal was for this trip. I didn't want to weigh 400 pounds, being at a lake house and being in the beach and having a family reunion and everything. I wanted to be close to my goal weight. Now I'm doing it just for life, because, you know, before I went on that journey, I couldn't walk. I could not walk. I had all I could do to get out of bed. I had a walker that got me. I could not walk to the kitchen without having to sit down halfway between. And my life totally took a change. You know, my husband had a stroke. I had to take care of him. And if you can't move and can't walk, you got to do something. So I went and lost some weight. But I gained like about 50 pounds since last summer. And I said, that's it. It's happening again. I'm gaining weight. I got to stop it. Well, I've stopped it. As of midnight was my goal. From midnight on, my life was changed. So that's what you saw me do at the beginning, was I was preparing for midnight, making my bacon and fried eggs. That's journey number one. That's meal number one of my start. So I am now a carnivore. And you guys were a witness to me making it and starting it. And this is day one. I'm going to share it with y'all. I hope you don't mind. I'm still going to crochet. I'm still going to have all my journeys with my little baby dog. And she's always been like a little carnivore dog. She doesn't like all, you know, the other stuff. She doesn't like dog food. Can't get her to eat dog food. She's always had her chicken, you know. That's it, pretty much. I mean, sometimes if I had a hamburger, she'd eat, you know, some of the hamburger, not the bread or anything like that, the meat. So she's always just been I cook for her, carnivore. So it's going to be easy for her to do this carnivore diet with me. So it's her and I together. And maybe all of you will join us on this 30-day challenge. You just eat meat. So if you want to do it with me, and I expect halfway through this to feel like I got the flu. You know, I expect it. I got sick before, and I just increased a little bit on my salt, or I would drink some warm broth, and that helped me get through it. So I expect to feel a little blah, you know, and you do for a few days. But like I said, will anyone want to get on board with me? We can discuss it. I'll do lives on it. We can sit down, crochet, talk about what we ate. I'm all for it, to be honest. And if you don't crochet and you want to paint or do some other crafting, you know, I don't just crochet. Sometimes I'll do journaling, or, you know, there's always something that I'm doing. So I wasn't even showing myself on my previous videos because I was embarrassed. But now I'm just going to throw it out there, people. This is me. This is Grandma. And you got me now. This is it. This is what we're going to be doing. And we'll still do, like, I plan on making mittens, doggy hats. You know, I'm still, as you can see, if you look behind me, you can see my yarn room and all my yarnsy stuff right there and over here. I mean, it's really a mess right now. I got yarn everywhere behind me. And this, I've got two desks. I've got a desk here. Got a desk right here next to me. That's where I do some of my crafting. I'm going to show it to you. It's a mess. But right there, some of my yarny stuff there. But this is me in all my glory. I got my tea that I drank right there. It's unsweet tea. There's no sugar in it. And I have it over ice. I water it down sometimes too, because I don't like, you know, it's mostly flavored water. That's all that it is, but it's real tea, brewed tea. I bring it in here and I try to drink as much brewed tea or water that I can, because like I said, it's at least a good 50% watered down, if not more, and then that's over ice. But so I really hope you guys do all this with me, and sometimes I'll go live. Well, I've done live before, but no one really showed up, me and my granddaughter. But This is it, people. This is me. Grandma is no longer a mystery. I'm bearing it all. You can either hate me, love me, like me a little bit, hang out with me. No shame. No shame. I've been told if you bear it all, you're going to get shamers. Go ahead, people. Shame me. I've been ashamed of myself for so many years that I'm over it. You can't shame me any worse than what I've already been in my lifetime. I'm so over it. I don't care. And if you're shaming me or giving me negative comments, you know what? You're giving someone else in that moment a break. And that's the way I look at it. You can't shame me any more than what I felt in my lifetime. And any person that's had a lifetime of being big because their metabolism is small, or, their metabolism is not working right, then they too know just what I mean by I've been living this shame all my life. And that's okay. I've accepted who I am, except for I just don't want to be I don't want to die being big. I want to know what it's like to be able to, walk down the street and make it around the corner and not be breathless. I just want, this is the time of my life that I'm striving to be a little bit healthier so I'll live a little bit longer. So I'm not ashamed of I sort of am, but I'm not. That stuff doesn't bother me anymore. Now I'm doing it for me, for me to be healthy. And that's what it comes down to. I'm doing it to be healthy. I'm doing it so that I can wear my dentures again because it's too painful to wear them now because I've gotten so big. And why go and get them aligned if you are just going to keep getting bigger or smaller? Because your mouth gets bigger and smaller too, It's not just... it stays the same size. It don't. Your mouth changes along with your size. So just like a pair of pants, your dentures are just like that. So when I got my dentures, they fit perfect. They don't fit perfect anymore. I have more lumps and all kinds of things going on in there. Swellings and stuff because I'm a big girl now. I'm bigger than what I was, 30 years ago. Oh, she poked her head out. Look at that. I love you, baby. I tell my baby I love her constantly throughout the day. She's a very well dog. A very well-loved dog, I should say. And she's my girl, right? You're my girl. And I think she's become a movie star. She has some, I love doing shorts. Oh my God, I love doing my shorts of her. And... yeah, you're so sweet. I love it when she looks at me and you can just see the love. It just melts my heart. Makes me teary-eyed. It really does. It makes me teary-eyed. Well, I love you. Oh my God. I love you so much. Yes, I do. I love you. You're my little girl. You're my baby. You're my baby. You're my baby. I'm sorry, but she'll always come first. My attention is for her when she's awake and on my lap or... oh, there she goes. She's gonna tuck her face. Are you being shy? Are you being shy? Isn't she the most adorable thing? Let me turn her a little bit. Well, I'm sitting in front of my computer. I used to have a computer chair here, but she couldn't get on my lap. I'm a big girl, so I took up the whole chair, and I have a big belly, and so it was hard for her to sit with me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to put away that chair, that computer chair, and I'm going to get a recliner chair. I don't recline. And I'm going to use that as my desk chair. And we'll sit together. And this has worked out perfect for us. Right? It's worked perfect for us. And she's just... although sometimes as she's sitting there, it's like, all right, how am I going to crochet? But this is what I do all day long. I sit here and crochet. And what you saw was me getting up, fixing myself something to eat. And I'm sure I'm going to be eating a lot of those meals. But I want to be doing my carnivore journey with you, letting you know, being here if I'm sick or whatever my symptoms are, whatever's improved. You guys are all gonna know. You guys are gonna be there. So, and we'll have a. I've been thinking about calling my channel Stitching and Sizzling. You know, sizzle as in bacon, sizzling in a frying pan. Stitching as in crocheting. Stitching and sizzling with Grandma and Baby. Right? She don't care. She just says, love me, Grandma. Love me, Mama. Love me, Mama. So, this I've been working on for months. I've already told you the story of this blanket having to wait for the yarn to show up in the warehouse. Well, I've only got a half a cake of yarn left, and this baby will be done. And then I got to figure out another project to do. What am I going to do after this? I finished the one. This is also one the Yarn Addicts tutorial. It's called Timber Trails. This is Timber Trails. He's got a tutorial on his channel. You really need to check that out. I'll put his whole name and the name of his channel somewhere on here when I'm making it. I probably should change. Well, I wonder if I can do my channel this way. Because I was going to do a short with the cooking. And, oh well. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing you guys vertical instead of going across. So I've never done that before with my camera. So we'll see how that all happens. Maybe I should end this and switch it around. So I'm looking another way. And I also have a camera for my computer too, which I'm sitting in front of my computer. I've got 2 screens and I got a TV up there. I've got a laptop over here. It's just all over the place. All right, guys. I think because I'm not sure how this is going to go with the vertical on my channel, I think I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And I will see you again later because I want to do more videos. Now that my friend is gone, which I love her to pieces, my friend Mary. Now that she is gone, she's on her way back to Maine, you know, I can get more into my channel again. And that's why today's my day one. Oh, excuse me. Day one of my carnivore diet. I'm serious. We got to do this together. We got to be supporting each other. We'll crochet together. And we'll be getting skinnier together if you wanna. We can support each other. So I'm going to do lives too. We got to find a time to go lives. Because that's my whole thing, is I want to do some lives and discuss it, what might help for you, maybe a recipe that you found to go carnivore, a pattern that you liked. We can share patterns too. I mean, I just want an overall, let's talk about something other than, you know, I mean, I tried to do just the yarn journey, you know, let's do a yarn haul. I'll still do it, but what are you going to talk about every day? Do you really want to talk just yarn every day? You know, I'm willing to talk about anything. I get into, let's see, what do I get into? I also get into watching things about our administration. I don't want to turn this into politics, but I watch all that stuff about the presidency. I watch world news. I'm always into things that are going on between Russia and Ukraine. Cambodia just started up. There's war there. There's China against, what is that? I was going to say Taiwan. Yeah, it is Taiwan, isn't it? And then you've got the Koreans, North and South Korea acting up. And, geez, what's not acting up? And then you got Russia all over the world doing threats against everybody, and you got Iran and Israel and God. I mean, the world is going crazy. And all I want to do is lose some weight and crochet. I don't want there to be war, you know. I don't want, but I want to be prepared. Yeah, I'm a prepper too. We'll talk about that stuff too if you want to hear that. We'll just go on talking about everything. You know, so yeah, I'm interested in world news. I just don't want to be arguing with people about how if they're a Trumper or not a Trumper, or they're for Biden. I don't consider myself a Republican or a Democrat, and I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat, you know. So I don't want to go. That's the only thing really I don't want you to force your religion on me. I'm not going to force my religion on you. I don't care if you want to talk about your religion, oh, hell yeah. Go ahead and talk about your religion. I might talk about mine, or I might talk about how we're all aliens from another planet. Who knows? But let's not get upset or, you know, argumentative or all that negative vibe stuff. No, I'm not into none of that. Like I said, I'll talk about it. If you want to talk about it, let's just not get negative. My channel, I don't want to be about that. I don't want, you know, I don't want that for any of us, or for anyone. I just want to crochet, have a good time, get healthy with y'all. That's it. That's my goal. I want to be able to leave my house without assistance, go down my front steps and walk to the car or walk down the street. I want to be able to walk around the block, you know. That's what I want to do. So, is that what you want to do too? How far can you all walk? You know, can you walk 10 miles? Hey, that's great. No. Yeah, you can go right here. You can go right there. Right there. Go on. Go right there. Go right there. I need you to get off my oh, you're gonna go in your house? Well, you didn't have to go in your house, baby. No, she's mad at me now. Yeah, she's so darn cute. I love her so much. I just love her so much. Okay, well, I do hope. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. I've got so much yarn. I got so much stuff. It's all over my house and closets. It's just everywhere. But I do want to give. Yeah, I'm going to be a gifter. I hope you don't mind. But I like making little things and little gadgets. I don't sell them, you know. I don't get into having. You would say, oh, you need to get into making a Etsy shop and start selling and stuff. No, I would rather give it away. So if I'm making something on the channel, or if I make stuffed animals and stuff, I probably do giveaways with it, or give away some yarn. And one of the things, you know, I'll probably do like a mystery box of yarn. And no, it's not going to be a mystery box of yarn I don't like. That's so silly. You know, I buy mystery boxes, or, you know, it's always yarn that you get that they can't sell. You know, and it always shocks me what would anyone do with this yarn? You know, because I love the mystery behind it, a mystery box, but then you start realizing, yeah, this is yarn you can't sell because nobody wants it, and that's why it's a mystery, and you're paying good money on a mystery. No. 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 But, yeah. To me, all yarn is good yarn. I believe in that. All yarn has a purpose. But, that being said, you really have to really, you know, have a purpose for all kinds of yarn. Yeah, I love yarn, but I don't have a purpose for all yarn. I got some beautiful skeins of yarn here that I might have won on other channels or whatever, but some of it is yarn that I would never use, you know, and it's really pretty. It's good yarn. I mean, it's really good yarn. It's just that it's not my thing. And hopefully, you know, maybe it'll be someone else's thing. I'm sure it would be because they're gorgeous. Just that it might not be my thing. And that's the kind of yarn I always seem to receive is it's either not my thing, but it's beautiful, or it's yarn that no one is going to want that yarn. You know, it's not a nice color. It's not the, you know, it's like rug yarn or something, you know. Well, I don't make a rug. Maybe I will make a rug one day. Who knows? And maybe double stranded or something. But no, not all my yarn is that. Most of my yarn, honestly, most of my yarn came from Joann's when they was closing shop. This whole section right here and part of over here is Joann's yarn. I've got tons of Karen yarn. A lot of my yarn is Hobby Lobby and Michael's. You know, so it's not, I don't consider bad yarn. It's just that I have so much of it. And it's like, I'm never going to make that. Well, why did I buy that color? Because I like the color, but I have no desire to make anything with it. But it's beautiful yarn. I mean, what, I don't know. Nice. So, yeah, I'll probably put together some yarn, though, is a very personal choice. So, but I have, what I was trying to get at to begin with, because I squirreled, I went off the beaten path, excuse me, is I want to start doing, not now, I want to wait until I get like 500. When we get 500 subscribers, we're going to do a drawing on the wheel on, you know, a giveaway. And then, and it's a nice giveaway. It's like, what I'm going to do is fill up a tote bag, a yarn bag with some yarn, and then some notions, different notions, nice notions that I have. Just a bunch of different little things. I got to get a drink, excuse me. So yeah, this is gonna be a giveaways. Giveaways at 500, giveaways probably at 750, giveaways at 1,000 when we get monetary. And I could care less if I'm monetary. I'm not doing this for a job. I'm not trying to cash out or anything. What will end up happening when I become monetary, I'll use that money just to buy more yarns to do more gifting away is what I'll end up doing. You know, it'll be for the channel, not for me to pay my light bill. I don't need anything to pay my light bill. I'm perfectly okay financially to take care of myself. I have more than enough. Well, at least right now. Unless something major unhealthy happens to me and I end up in the hospital and they take all my money. Yeah, that might happen. Who knows, right? Alright, so I am going to let you all go. I'm going to get this video out, and then I might go live later and just sit here and chit-chat and probably discuss this whole thing all over again, because I want you all to know what I'm doing. I want to be an open book in my life right now. I just want an open book of everything. And I hope you don't mind. I'm even probably going to let you know what color my poopy is. Who knows? Alright, so I'm going to say goodbye. Baby's in there, chilling. And I'm going to go fill my drink. And I'll probably come back live. Alright, so y'all take care. And I hope y'all come and help me with my journey. And when I say support, I don't mean financial support. I mean support me in my journey of losing weight. Okay? That's what, when I say support, that's what I'm talking about. And please subscribe to help me and I help you in that journey and help each other with ideas of crocheting and maybe show off our pets. I even got a Facebook page that I started like a year ago, and I've never really used it. It was just to show off my amigurumis and my crocheting stuff. It's a crocheting channel. So you can post on that. We can do a Discord channel too. I even got a Discord channel, but only my kids are in it, but it's a crochet channel. They send me stuff, oh, make this, make that, you know. So-and-so wants this, we can get y'all in there. So, but again, I'm squirreling. I'm squirreling again. I just don't know when to shut up, do I? Sorry about that, but that's me. This is me. You see me. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I'm not beautiful. I'm not perfect. I don't know who is, but it certainly isn't me, and no one I know is perfect. And on that note, I'm going to say, please be kind to one another. That's so important. Love on your pet. And I do that all the time. And I hope you do too. And if you don't have a pet, consider a rescue pet, because you know what? Baby's a rescue. Remind me one of these days and I'll tell you about the day I met my baby. It makes me cry just to think about it. It makes me cry. And the pit bull, Money, his name's Money. He's just got the same name. Someone gave it to him, a previous owner, and we just kept it. Because I like saying, come on, Money. Come on, Money. Come see. Come to Money, come to Grandma. I just want the money. I'm surprised he isn't coming and running in here. But, yeah, she came back. Look at that. She came back. Yeah, I know. You want me to love on you. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I love reading them. Some of them it's just like, aw, thank you. That's so sweet. There's some really nice comments, you guys. Thank you for that. 'Cause, you know, I do this for the smiles. I do this for the smiles, seriously. And to get healthy. So, bye-bye. Toodaloo.